Good morning, everybody. This is Ralph Wakeman from Shenandoah Sew and Vac, and I'm coming to you live here. Oh, and I even have that reversed right. This camera I don't, because I don't know how to do that on Facebook. I'm going to leave you on. You can watch me if you want. I'm going to add what I'm doing on YouTube onto Facebook later, so you can just kind of watch on there. But this morning I have my phone here. I have my personal phone on here too, and some notes, and well, let's get started. How y'all doing? It's been a wild and wonderful week here. I know I haven't been open at the store yet, but I've been working on some machines. I had a machine that was a donation to a customer that wanted to get it working for them, and I worked on it last night. I was here till almost 8:30, and finally, I don't know if I gave enough alcohol to drink or enough WD-40 or liquid wrench or oil or whatever, but it finally loosened up and is running well, so I'm very happy about that. I hope your all's week has been going good. It has been like I say, wild and woolly. I've got stuff all over the place here again. I have sewing machines here, reconditioned sewing machines here for sale that I guarantee a year. If you know somebody needs a sewing machine, just have them give me a call. I'll make sure they get something that they can use. It might not be the prettiest or the fastest or the brightest, but it will sew, and it will sew well, and I almost always guarantee them 1 year, unless it's really something strange. Oh, I just heard a little beep, but I'm not going to look right now because I'm too busy. All right, next we're going to go on to vacuum cleaners. I always start off with vacuums because it helps clean things up here a little bit at the shop. And if you've been in here, you know this shop needs some cleaning up. All right. How many of you ever had a situation where you said, man, this vacuum cleaner is just not getting it for me. It's not doing the job that I want to do. And sometimes it's not because of the vacuum itself. It's not because of the brand you have or anything. Almost all vacuum cleaners, when you first get them, are going to work well. Okay? They're going to vacuum. If they didn't, they wouldn't sell them. They might try to talk you into thinking that this vacuum cleaner is the hottest thing since sliced bread. And then after a year or so, you find out, hey, that sliced bread is moldy. No, that's not true. Anyway, let me grab something here that I have had. I've had people say, I want to clean underneath my couch or my refrigerator. I want to get into that crevice that's behind my bed. I just can't reach it with my vacuum. The tools don't reach it. So I have something that really does a good job. And let's crank it down here a little bit. How many of y'all could say Procto? Well, that's not really true. But, and I haven't had any real doctors come in for this, but this is a crevice tool. This one is 36 inches long. It could really get into spaces. And if you look there, throw my little light here. Ooh. It's got an opening here and an opening inside of here to let dirt go up inside. Now it might get clogged, but you could pull the piece out, pull that dirt out, and go back in again and clear it out. You can even use it on your dryer, stick it down in your dryer to pull out some things out of your dryer. You'd be amazed how much lint gets in your dryer. And let me raise my lights up here because it's a little bit bright on my face here. That's a little bit better, except on this camera I've lost my color. I'm feeling fine, by the way. All right, so this tool here, it's got a little hole on the end, it's got the opening there, and it's 36 inches long. They also make these in 24 inches, and you'll notice it's flexible, so you can get in there and move around, try to get some things and other things that you could do with that. So anyway, I hope that I didn't offend anybody at breakfast time here if you're getting up late and having your breakfast and I'm talking about something like this. But it is useful. There are other tools I'll be showing as time goes by if I still am doing this or if I'm still here. Because you never know. Wait a minute. I've got a phone call. Excuse me. Let's find out if this is a human being or not. This says it's from Blacksburg, Virginia. Hello. You're live and on the air. How can I help you this fine and sunny day? Are you a robot? I think they don't want to talk to me. It could be that they didn't want to talk on the air. I doubt that very much. I get about 20 calls a day now, so I hate to interrupt my show with this, but I'm doing it anyway. All right, so this is a tool that you can use. I've used this tool inside of vacuum cleaner hoses to clean them out. Central vacuum hoses, it doesn't reach real far compared to a central vacuum, but sometimes that's all you need is just to get around the corner and go after some dirt. So I sell these here at the store. I also sell the 24-inch, which I'm out of right now, but I can get them. Okay, and I can get my parts usually within a week. And I always like to say that I don't want to promise anything because I just ordered some sewing machine parts last week, or maybe even the week before last, and it usually takes about a week to get them. And I can follow them. You get on the computer, and you look on there, and it shows this little map, and it shows it going across the country from Chicago. And I was working with it, and it said it was in Winchester. I was so excited. I said, it'll get here tomorrow. That was on Monday. I thought, well, I'll get it done before I open up on Wednesday. This customer will be so happy. I'll have their serger fixed. They've been waiting for so long. And lo and behold, they lied. It wasn't here. And then yesterday, I went on there and looked up. I called them. And they said, oh, it should be there the next day on Monday. And they lied. Or they didn't have control over it. And no, it did not arrive. And this morning I looked, and it says it'll be here by 5:15 this evening. So I'm going to leave at 4. So I'm going to put a sign on my door when I leave at 4 o'clock today, because I promised my beloved I'd be home. When I will put a sign on the door, say, please take it somewhere else. I'll be here until 4. So hopefully they'll get here before 4 o'clock. Okay, let's talk about sewing machines. Now on YouTube Live, I have nobody watching there. And I have one person on YouTube watching me. That's exciting. So Facebook, nobody watching me. YouTube, one person watching me. In case I said the wrong thing. By the way, I have the mind, and I've repeated this probably too many times, the mind of a steel colander. And everything just flows through the older I get. But I have a machine, and I've got the book here. I was so excited when I found this book in the back. I'm going to put it with the machine when I sell it, because it is my favorite sewing machine of all time. I got a spanking because of this machine. It's the Singer 401A. My grandmother Wakeman, a coolie, had one of these machines, and you'll see a picture of it there. It is a beautiful machine. I have it here at the store in a cabinet that you can turn into a desk by laying the machine down inside. It's got two drawers and a box inside, so you can store all your parts and nitties and gritties in there. It comes with a button holder. It comes with all kinds of stuff, and I can't tell you a price because then YouTube will want me to give them a percentage or something. And so anyway, call me and I'll tell you how much it is. I guarantee it for a year. I could sleep at night very calmly with a machine like this because it's all metal. And I remember looking through this book as a kid when my grandmother would be sewing. She'd let me look at it every once in a while if I wasn't too rough with it. But this is the picture that always got me. Look at there. Got a little mouse, and it's in color on Facebook. You can't tell. And it's got a clown. Grandma never made the clown or the mouse, but it was in the book. And I remember looking at that as a kid when I was probably 4 to 8 years old. 1964 was when this machine was made. Maybe I wasn't 4 years old. But anyway, I remember looking at this. I wasn't in college, I can tell you that, when this was done. And so I really love this machine, but my mom has my grandmom's machine. It's promised to my niece, who was just up here this week, yesterday actually. Anyway, so I have this machine here for sale. People say, which is your favorite sewing machine, and do you have any for sale? Well, I can tell you right now, I have this machine. It's my favorite, and it's for sale because none of my other kids have room for it. People don't live in as big of houses as we used to. I just lost Facebook. It went over the edge. Face down. Hold on. I'm going to go get them. Hopefully they're not drowning in anything down there on the floor. Knocked my oil over. Hello there. Are you okay? Okay. Still nobody watching, but whoever's watching later will say, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. Well, that is very true. I don't know what I'm doing. There you are. And there we're back on the air again, and I lost my one viewer. So there you go. It doesn't take long for you to find out whether you want to watch or not. I've got some people pulling up out here. That's pretty exciting. I'll see if they don't mind being on the air, and we'll talk about that later too. So, okay, my next thing I want to talk about, and I really didn't get time to do the planning that I usually like to do, so I didn't get it all done. Well, this person's coming in. I'm hoping they're not coming with, I hope they're not packing anything, even a sewing machine. So they're coming in like they're ready to pick up something. I hope I have it ready for them. So hold on, come on in. It's live and on the air. How can I help you this fine day?
About a month ago, I said I was going to come on a Wednesday to get sweeper bags for this.
For the Mighty Mite. That's my favorite vacuum. I talked about that last week on my show.
What show?
This is Shenandoah Sew and Vac Live. I do it every Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock.
And I disturbed you.
No, you did not disturb me. I'm already disturbed. No, this is just me talking, and anybody comes in, they're part of the show. What a deal. Did you buy your vacuum for me?
Yes.
You get a discount. What a deal. Okay, who am I going to take with me? I'm not going to take anybody. I'm going to have you just sit there and look at the screen. You can listen, all right, because she might not want her picture on the internet. Too late, actually, but all right.
I don't have any makeup on.
Well, that's all right. I don't either. Okay, hold on. Do you want a pack of 3 or a pack of 9?
9.
Okay. It's cheaper that way. More ways than one. All right. So it's a pack of 9, and I'll go over to my old computer here if I can crawl over things. Do you like your vacuum?
Oh yeah.
That's what I wanted you to say on the air. If you said no, I was going to say why, but okay.
No, I love my Mighty Mike. Eureka Mighty Mite.
How long have you had it?
About 2 years.
2 years, and it's still working good?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put the PRE preferred member discount here. You saved $2.25.
I've lost my little brush.
Your duster brush?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I give you a special one, or was it?
It was the.
I gave you one of those special. That's $10. Well, wait a minute. Wait, you get a discount on that too, though, because you everything for that vacuum is discounted. So hold on here. Yeah.
So you have a pack of these.
Yes, that's in the box. So you can give it as a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. Just put a bow on top.
Yeah.
I did have one person do that.
Do you have extra, what am I trying to say? These.
Wands? Yeah. Why? Is yours broken, or you want to reach higher?
Yeah, it cracked right here.
Well, you should have told me about that.
I'm doing it.
Now you're telling me. Hold on. I'm going to give you a used one because it's heavier. That's yours. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. It's the same size?
It's the same size. Yep. Yep. It's just a heavier duty one. The one they give you is not as heavy as I'd like for it to be. All right, you just saved $1.49 on that duster brush.
Okay, and then one more thing.
One more thing. Okay.
A thing like this.
A crevice tool. That's in the end of the machine. Is that broken?
It's lost.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, hold on here. This is $5. You lost it. Okay, Ralph, that's not right. It's just a used part, not used crevice. Used part. Okay. And that's I'm not giving a discount because that is already discounted. So, all right, it's $27.59. I'm rolling it up. Now it's going to be a little bit more with the credit card. Okay. Let me tell you how much it's going to be.
Well, you want cash?
Cash is better because it's almost used everywhere where money is needed. I just want to say how much you're saving. You're saving $1 by doing that. Thank you so much. $27.59.
You have change?
I have change. That's why I've opened the drawer up. I'm ready. All right, out of 40. We'll do it. 27. 59, 60, 70, 5.25 makes $28. Look there, that's $28. Don't believe me. 28, 29, 30. There's $30. Look at there. There's $35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 40. All in the same day. And there you go. It's not the exact same size. Oh, that doesn't matter.
But
it should fit and should work. Oh, it'll fit on that.
Well, that's how I know that it fits.
Okay, well, I'm talking about storing it inside your vacuum cleaner.
Oh. There.
Oh, you're too nice to me. It's my lucky penny. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a fabulous day.
Bags. My bags.
The bags are sitting right up there on the counter. I'd hate to chase you down the street. I'm getting a little older. I can't run as fast as I used to. I usually just yell and wave a lot, but the people don't turn once they get out on the road. They're paying attention to the traffic, which they should. Thank you so much. Join me again. You can watch yourself later on YouTube if you want.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All righty. That was fun. I've made money. If you, by the way, I don't know if I've told you all, but if you buy a vacuum cleaner or even a sewing machine from me, I try to take care of you. Vacuum cleaners, I guarantee them for twice as long at least of how long they're supposed to last. I usually only give you a year. I double it and give you 2 years. And then also I give 15% discount on all things you need to buy for your vacuum cleaner, like tools, like you just heard her do, or her bags. I give discounts on the bags. And if that vacuum needed belts, which it doesn't, I would give discounts on that too. Actually, during the warranty period, it's free anyway. But after the warranty period, 15% off all parts, not labor, but all parts for as long as you own the vacuum cleaner. All right, sewing machines, kind of a different story. I guarantee them for a year, and that includes a free cleaning and adjusting if you need it during that year. Anytime, bring it in towards the end of the year, and I'll clean it for free. And if you do a lot of sewing, that could be a lot of cleaning. Most people, not so much. I could just go, and it's done. That's not true. But I do take care of the sewing machines afterwards. Okay. Now, I was going to talk about lamps, and there's nothing really in particular I want to talk about now with lamps, except that I do work on them. If you want to know the different types of lamps I work on, you can look back in the YouTube videos. Although I will talk a little bit about lighting. LED lighting has changed so much in this past 10 years. About 6 years ago, I was getting ready to do videos all the time. And I wasn't talking about live videos. I was talking about advertising videos for the store. And I bought these light stands here at the store. And I bought them with this light bulb. This is an LED, high intensity, very bright white light bulb. This light bulb is probably fairly expensive. It's got aluminum fins on there to take care of the heat because it uses 100 watts or more of electricity to light up. Now, remember we talked about light bulbs, how that these LEDs, like this one equals to a 60 watt light bulb, but it only uses 13 watts of electricity. 13 watts. Think about that. Very, very few watts of electricity. Basically that of a little night light, but it puts out the light of a 60 watt bulb. Now, this one uses 100 watts of electricity. That means it's like a 100 watt light bulb, but it puts light out for several 100 watt bulbs without the heat. The bulbs I'm using right now are these garage lights. They got little fins on them, and they put out more light than this one does at much less price than this. They've really come down in price on the types of LED electricity that's coming out. And this is not in regards to government regulation. They got rid of the incandescent light bulbs because of government regulation, because how could they go wrong? The government made some ideas. And then it came out with the fluorescent loop-de-loop bulbs that had mercury in them, and they didn't last real long, and they'd break, and it was just a mess. But now LEDs have come out without, I got a feeling it's probably government regulations, but it's not mandatory that you have to buy them. And you can buy tubes. The store in here, many of my light tubes up here are using LED tube lights. And they're much cheaper than the old fluorescent tubes that would kind of smoke on the ends and that kind of stuff. And you don't need those transformers that are, I don't even know if you can get them today. They're very expensive. All right. Any calls? Oh, wait a minute. I've got a call from Winchester here. Hello, Winchester, Virginia. You're live and on the air. How can I help you this fine day? Hello? This is Shenandoah Sew and Vac. They don't want to talk to me. Okay. Cleaning, listen, a good clean rag, a dust mop, those kind of things can do a really good job on bare surfaces. Not good for me to say as a vacuum cleaner salesman, but they really do a good job. And I used to, and I'm out of it right now, but there is a dust mop spray that helps draw dust into the dust mops so that you just wipe it across the floor and all your dust is gone. Now, hard dirt and things, wait a minute, I got a text. Oh, it's a friend of mine, his mom got out of the hospital, and that's good news. All right. Where was I? Oh, about dust mops and things. Sometimes just a damp mop or a damp, I don't mean soaking wet, damp rag can dust things off and take the static off. Now you have to be a little careful on your TV screens, and I'll talk about that right now. On your TV screens, those big flat screens are out popular real now. In the old days, you'd take your spray bottle right on the tube, that big roundish kind of tube that you had as your TV. And you'd spray on that and you'd wipe it off and everybody was happy. But nowadays, no, au contraire, you don't do that. Because the TV manufacturers, in their infinite wisdom, put all of the important electronics at the bottom of the screen. Do you know why they did that? I'm going to have you guess. But anyway, if you spray across your screen and that Windex or whatever you're using goes down to the bottom of your screen, it goes into your electronics and it starts corroding it and it goes bad. And then, my TV doesn't work. I guess I'll have to go out and buy a new big screen. I'll buy a bigger one this time and spend about the same amount of money because the prices are going down on the sizes of them. And so there you go. You've got one the size of your living room wall or your garage door now, instead of the one that you had. It was very comfortable and you could kind of carry it around on your own. So beware. Do not spray liquids on your screen because it will go down to the bottom of the screen, get into your electronics, and it's gone. I'm thinking hee-haw here. Anyway, it'll be gone. And then what you need to do is take a clean cloth, spray it a little bit, and that's the same message again. Spray it a little bit, make it moist, and wipe the screen down gently because it's a plastic screen. Remember I said plastic. So it can get scratched real easily. So a clean cloth. Microfiber is very nice, but you make it moist and you wipe the screen with that instead of using lots of water. Please don't do that. Please. The TV screens are pretty expensive even if they're cheap nowadays, because if you've got extra money for that, spend it on a pound of hamburger, or maybe 5 pounds of hamburger equals a TV screen. Food prices have been coming down. I know people, that's not true. Well, anyway, they have, but the problem is beef prices have not. I just think it's crazy, $7 a pound for ground hamburger. When I was broke, I ran out of money for food. My folks had given me steaks, and so when I was poor and I couldn't afford a hot dog, I bought steaks. It was great, but that was a long time ago. We don't raise beef anymore, and I miss it. All right, now I'm going to talk about what I'm feeling right now. Today just made me think. This week has made me think of people, and me sometimes too. We get on a cruise, and we go on this cruise. In our minds, we go on this cruise, and we land on this island, and we stay there. And my employees can tell you I have been on this island for years. And I go back to it every once in a while, and I'm just there for a long time. It's called Someday Isle. Ever been to Someday Isle? You're there, you're sitting in your lounge chair looking at the ocean waves coming in, or maybe watching Barney or Andy Griffith or something. You're sitting there and you're thinking, someday I'll get an education. Or someday I'm going to clean my car. Someday I'm going to change the oil in my car. Someday I'll do this or that. I'm going to take that trip across the country. Or I'll go down to the basement and see what's down there. Someday I'll. Living in someday I'll is very nice. When I was in college, I used to take my 8-track player. You know what those things were? Mine looked like a demolition device. You'd slide the 8-track into the side. It was a little squarish box, and it had a plunger on top, and you push down on it, and it changed the tracks because it didn't automatically do that. That was how advanced it was. It was made by Panasonic. It was red. It looked like a demolition device that you have wires going off and blow up things. So I'd sit there and listen to my Olivia Newton-John or John Denver, or nobody can make you feel so bad as Barry Manilow or Carpenters, you know. I would listen to those things sitting, leaning up against a tree and just watching life go by. I was on Someday I'll. I wasted my life many times. It's very sad to know how many hours or days, maybe even years of my life I've wasted on Someday I'll. And it's going to end. The boat's going to come in, or as my cousin who is in Indonesia right now, he just left an island where a volcano erupted. He didn't have anything to do with the volcano erupting. You don't know when the volcano is going to erupt, and you don't know how bad it's going to be. And Someday I'll might be gone or uninhabitable. So you need to make some plans ahead of time and actually do something instead of just sitting there thinking about, someday I'll do this. Someday I'll think about eternity, but not now. I'm too busy watching The Simpsons. I don't watch The Simpsons, but you know, you're too busy doing other things. I know during COVID, people were trapped in their homes. I was not. I was trapped here at the store many a times, but I was not trapped at home. But people were they were binging on TV shows, watching a whole series, years of a TV show in a week's time. Eating ice cream, that sounds good. And just enjoying themselves. But when COVID was over, what did they learn from it? Well, they learned that so-and-so is now a famous movie star, or trivia for a game that they might play in the future. But it didn't really make any change in their lives. So think about it. Think about Someday I'll. And don't stay there too long. It's nice to sit there. I have a notebook here somewhere that I've lost. No, I got it right here. I've got a notebook here that I write some of my dreams and plans in. And the only time it does me any good is when I do them. If I don't do them, I might as well just keep writing. I am a great planner. You ask me, I can make you forms and charts and all kinds of things. I've got them at home for years that I've never filled out because I didn't do what was on them. So think about it. We only have so much time on this earth. Even you kids that are 12 or 20 or 25, 30, 35, 40. I don't care how old you are. You only have so many years to live. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You might not be able to get out of bed in the morning. Who knows? You might not even make it to bed today. So anyway, Someday I'll. And I keep saying someday I'll get this store cleaned up. And the only way I'm really going to get it done is to keep moving at it. I've got a person watching. Thank you for watching. If you want to call and ask me any kind of questions, just do it. They're probably terrified. They think I can see them. I can't see you. Okay, so I just want you all to know I appreciate you all coming on and seeing what I'm doing. Today I've talked about my wonderful crevice tool, which I have here for sale. I talked about my wonderful sewing machine that I have sitting over here in a cabinet. And I even have the book. I will show you how to make it sew different stitches. I will not show you how to make things. The police have a tag on my ankle here to keep me away from the fabric at the store because they're afraid I'll do something awful to it. I'm on a watch list. I don't even know. I think the president's talking about me on TV now. Okay, so I will show you how to use this machine. It is the best machine Singer ever made, in my opinion. And I've worked on enough machines. I think I know a little bit. And you can ask me and tell me, no, I don't like that machine. I like this machine. I'll listen, and you're the one that uses it, so it must be the best one for you. Okay, so any questions, please write in the comments below. I've got 2 people now watching. I am almost beyond myself here at the store. Thank you so much for watching me. I will keep talking, especially if you call me. I will stay on the air and even talk about more things. Some of you have my cell phone number. You can call me on that. Some of you have the number that's written on the screen. Uh-oh, it's 540. I see that got cut off. 540-459-1888. And on Facebook, you don't have that, but you can leave me a note. It should come up down here in the comments. On Facebook, you can leave me a note, and it should come up over here in the comments somewhere on my screen. Not on everybody's screen, just my screen. Okay? All right, now, I really hate to hang up when I see people on here, but I don't have too much else to talk about today. Oh, the type of vacuum cleaner that some people are looking for. The perfect vacuum cleaner for them is one that someone else uses when they're not there. Okay? And that is a great vacuum. I don't sell those. Okay? Although any of my vacuum cleaners can be used that way. All right? But some people want a lightweight vacuum cleaner that can do dusting only. They want to clean their floors like real quick, you know, a granny cleanup, take it and go over the floor with their little slippers and they vacuum real quick and then they put it away and then later they clean out the little dirt cup on it. I have one here that's a Bissell. It's used or reconditioned. I have cleaned it. I guarantee it for a year. It's even got a filter on it. It does a really good job and it's very inexpensive if you have a need for something like that. I have a new one that's a broom vac that they can take it apart, but it's more powerful and more useful for maybe your whole house if it's all bare floors, because it'll wipe the floor and suck up the dirt into the cup, and it's very easy to clean and take care of. A lot of these bagless vacuum cleaners aren't easy to take care of. That's why I don't really sell bagless vacuums new. I just talked about that one, but I don't really sell bagless vacuums as a whole because they're hard to take care of. You clean the dirt cup, you think you're done. You're not. There are 2 or 3 more filters that need to be kept clean, and then you don't do that. And sooner or later, the dirt will get to the motor and cause the bearings to go bad. And then you say, oh, I got to go buy another one. And you will. You'll go buy another one of the same kind, even though it will go bad too. My vacuums, I guarantee for at least 2 to 5 years. And some of them, well, most of them last 5 or more years. I have some that are 25 to 30 years old, and they're still going. So I like to sell vacuums that are going to run for a long time. Oh, I do have at least one right now, one old Electrolux here with power nozzle for sale at a very reasonable price, and I guarantee that one for a year. And unless you run over it or throw it out the window, which someday I'll tell you the story about those, I will pretty much guarantee that vacuum cleaner will run. Now, if you throw it out the window, I don't guarantee that. Or if you vacuum up water or snow. I had some people say, I didn't vacuum up water, I vacuumed up snow. So I do not guarantee it if you vacuum up snow. All right. Any more questions? Everybody's off the air now. I think I'm done. We're going to say goodnight, Gracie, and go on. First of all, I'm going to turn off Facebook over here because you are, I want you to go to YouTube because that's where I'm going to be doing it live next week also. Alrighty? Thank you very much. Let's hit this button here. Where'd it go? Where's end program? End program. Finish. It's pretty self-explanatory. I hit the finish button and it's going to, I'll hit it again. Okay, it's ending the live broadcast. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Okay, now, for you guys over here, I am getting ready to close up. So, one last time, one chance for this, one chance for messages on my YouTube channel. You can email me. You can text me on my home phone if you know it. You can't text me on my business phone, which is 540-459-1888. Call me here at the store. All right. I'm open Wednesday through Friday, hopefully 10 to 4, Wednesday through Friday, Saturdays 10 till 2. All right, we're going to say goodbye to everybody. I hit the button. It says, do you wish to end this live stream? I'm going to say yes. I hit it again. It says, do you want to end the YouTube live session? Yes, I do. And now we're going to say, good night, Gracie. And it's going to say, good night, Gracie. Good night.